Okay, Andrew's being voluntold as well.
What?
So,
I don't like talking.
so why don't we have, can you guys just share like what you think your future will look like, or 3 ways you think AI will shape the future, and your image? Ooh, okay.
We were looking at how AI differentiates education right now. So there are apps that allow for translation, for changing a reading level at grade levels, excerpts for different reading levels and that kind of thing. So we were looking at how it can then kind of like differentiate individualized life plans or situations for ourselves. That for this image, we have the whole being at the top, but then we have a spiritual and a non-secular, like educational journey, but it can also help individualize health plans and leisure activities, anything that really would like cater to interests that we have. Do you guys want to share anything more with that?
Just looking at each one of these, like we kind of just saw the bright in the circle that went out here, maybe like your spiritual well-being, really the tree of life being, integrated, and then the medical side. So we were just trying to like depict each one of those when we were making the image.
Yay, that's awesome. Yay, let's give him a round of applause.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we got caught up a little bit in talking about sort of what the function change would be, like how is culture going to function differently, and we came up with some, I don't know, perhaps superficial type of ideas about, more kiosks and sort of a renewed commitment to solving the engineering problems around certain types of clean energy and things of this sort. But we also lamented a little bit about what it might do to community. And as community tries to adjust to the ways in which these types of changes might strain it, we envisioned this world that was structurally probably pretty still identifiable, but was functioning with more like kiosk support and more automated types of level 1 support in a lot of these familiar areas. And then also, we have some sort of newer attempts to try and solve some of the engineering challenges around renewable types of alternative energies, but also that community is going to struggle a little bit, but remain strong because people, I think, they will not abandon community because it's essential. And so it's going to struggle, but we're going to figure it out because we're going to be doggedly persistent in continuing to try to figure that out.
Awesome. Yay. Something I love.
Exactly.
Yeah, did you want to share?
He kind of copied everything I was gonna say.
You guys
He stole it.
That's right.
Something I
I don't
love.
cite my sources either.
I love what you guys are describing, because especially the community aspect. I actually think, and I could be totally wrong about this, but I think we're going to live in a world where, because the mundane pieces of things are automated and humans have these assistants, we're going to, I think, enter a new renaissance where people have to refigure out what it means to have more time with humans. Like I think spaces are going to open up where we've got this, like we can spend time with art and music and whatever, because we're just going to have so much more time on our hands again. I mean, that it could either go that or it could be completely disastrous. But like the point about community, like we crave community as humans. So I think that's going to become something we have even more time for if this goes well. If we don't get in the way of it. So I love that. Okay, how about one more team? I'm gonna share.
I mean, I guess we should.
Go for it. All right, let me hand you the mic. You don't have to hold it super close, just somewhere near you.
I was too close.
It doesn't matter. You're good.
All right, so the 3 things that we talked about were time. Oh, you can do
Oh
that.
my gosh, we have to show them the picture.
Well, now I need to log in.
Oh.
So time, ease of use, or how easy it is to use, and how AI generates things that are unbiased or unprejudiced. You could fill in that a little bit.
Yeah, so we came up with those ideas because time efficient, as someone in here said, it makes brainstorming. It's easy to use. You just type in, hey, make this image, like
probably did, and it does it for you. And it's unbiased because it doesn't have any former experiences. It's not living a life to have its own opinions. It's plain and simple educating. So, and we have this little image. You had about first say that.
Yeah, so the image, and like a lot of art, you can dig into it. And one of the things that we're worried about is how AI can take away from humans' creativity, where I have literally no art skills and I was able to do this in the span of about 4 minutes. Whereas I have many friends that are very artistic, and it wouldn't be fair for me to be able to use my art in like an art contest, for instance. And then one of the other things is in this school type scenario, that the robot or robot like beings are sitting on both sides of the students' desks. So AI is learning, but they're also in a great position to teach too. So we were just kind of thinking about how AI is going to be everywhere in the future, in the near future and in the distant future. It's going to be more like, probably like a Star Wars thing where you just talk to the cloud like, hey, send birthday invites to the family. And it goes, and we don't have to consider that, or we don't have to think about it. And we just went all over the place with AI.
Awesome. Let me dive into one thing a little bit more. So you're talking about it being unbiased. Are you guys envisioning a future where it is unbiased because there's just so much information? Or are you saying that's the case right now? Like, tell us a little bit more about that.
I feel like there can be a bit of both. I feel like AI doesn't necessarily have its own opinion, but I feel like in the future, and maybe even now, if you asked it, create argument that this is true or this is not true, it could make its own opinion and have information from the internet that backs it up.
Interesting. What do you think, Josh?
Correct. So I think, like a lot of tools that we have in the IT industry, that a lot of the power currently, at least, is still in the hands of the user, where the prompts that we gave it were very unbiased. We were actually trying to be very logical with how we were prompting the AI to get or to produce the pictures that we needed to. And to the point where we actually had to kind of come out with what we wanted our picture to look like, and then tell it, instead of saying, generate an AI or generate an image where AI is the future and it's easy to use and it's saving people time and things like that. And we were getting some functional pictures, but it didn't really get across what we were trying to say, which I think is kind of an AI thing, right? If you have poor Google search tools, you're going to get poor Google search results, and that's one of the things that we're trying to learn, and what we were trying to get across with our image.
Awesome. Okay. Okay, we're gonna take
Thanks, Sam.
a break, and then we'll be, I don't know,